So and there's fights and Norm is there. Arr! Azrael's turn. He's going to be very hurt by the train that's thrown at him, and he's going to duck down to Norm and blade Norm in the back and be like, Norm, that's not good.
Did you just say train?
Train? Yeah, why did I say train?
Because I wonder about that.
It was a Renus that was thrown at him.
Yes. I mean, I'm a train, but with legs.
That's true. He pretty much is.
That was weird. I'm going to put another 10 damage on him. Azrabe screams at Orzhov to get out, run, leave, go now. And it is now Leonie's turn. And he is going to, provoking an opportunity attack from Orzhov. He is going to move.
Okay, so...
Oh, he's in a thing.
He's in a thing?
That zone. What was that zone?
The zone. A zone of danger?
Zone?
The danger zone.
Oh, yeah. If you move into it, I think you fall. Is that the one? Phantom Chasm?
Fall, blah, blah, blah.
So he's flying? Does that matter? Or will he still... Well, is he move into or move through?
It's move...
Oh, shit.
Into...
Damage.
Okay.
Yeah, so, enters the zone, so he's fine.
Okay, so would he have been knocked prone originally, and now have to get up?
Well, this was already resolved, because the three got knocked down, I think, these guys, and then Orzhov knocked them out of it.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah. And so when they try to go back to Orzhov, they'll all fall down again. I don't know if it...
I think maybe...
London Bridge is falling down.
Because of his shield stuff, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, if he's flying, I don't know. Well, it's a psychic thing, but it's... I don't know. It doesn't say one way or the other.
Yeah. Alright, well, he is going to fly... I'm going to say that he's going to have to spend his standard action then, just to be on the safe side. Something might have happened, and he'll use an action point to... sorry, not use an action point. Use a...
Oh, you know, wait. No, it's all good, because Norm and one of the other guys is prone, so it whatever it did had been resolved, so he's fine to just do whatever.
Okay, alright then. So 1, 2, 3.
Maybe he saved. Maybe there was a save for it.
He's going to fly to here, and then downgrade his action. And then he's going to continue flying 1, 2. So he's coming pretty low. Like, this room isn't huge where he's at going above you, rather. It's just sort of starting to arc out into the roof area. So you will have a chance to opportunity attack against him as well.
I actually will not. I am prone, deaf, dazed, and fucked up.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah.
So you just like meekly lift your hand like, stop. As he floats over you, lifting himself on the metal and magnetizing himself through the air, basically, before he comes to rest on the head of the golem that's sort of been coming to life, and you see him put his hands down. He drops to his feet on top of the golem's head, and his hands now are pointing towards the golem. You see a look of strain on his face. It's unclear what he's doing.
What's that G next to him? Is that the one guy?
The G is... That was Alexander Grappa. That's the...
okay.
The mind maker.
His daddy?
Yeah.
Is he still alive? I don't remember.
I believe he is. He's trying to settle the giant thing. Or he was running up to it to try and do something with it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was trying to talk to it and settle it down.
Yeah.
What's that K over on the right-hand side there?
The K was Kazvarina Viral, Azrabe's...
oh, that's right. Waifu?
Yeah.
Can Dimitri get up out of the hole that he fell into and start like trying to climb onto the foot of the golem and start trying to slowly climb his way?
Oh yeah, that's right.
The foot is submerged in the liquid that you landed in. So you can sort of swim over, and it's sort of maybe just up to its ankle, so it gets, shallow enough that you can stand on his foot and pull yourself out of the liquid and try to begin to climb. Its feet aren't moving, so it's pretty sturdy at the moment. And you can find rivets and gaps.
What's it made out of, by the way? Is there like any stone?
That's a good question. No. It's not stone. It's a metal of some description.
Ah, damn. Oh, okay, I was hoping to stone shape myself a wee ladder, but I guess I'll just have to
is stone around? I don't know. Can you like grab stone from the walls and bring it in, or is that not how it works? I'll allow it if that's what you want to do. Like, just flick over big chunks of rock and form them into a little ladder that slides around and.
It's going to be
what the
metal
fuck's my mouse
magneto
not
versus stone
working?
magneto.
This fucking. Hold on, I'll be back in a sec.
Magneto versus Stoner. Okay, so while he's gone, we'll just carry on. Doesn't look like there's many Slayers still alive. But he's going to stand up. And he's going to spend a... he doesn't have range. Okay, so he's going to have to spend his standard action reloading the rifles that they fired. So he's going to do that. The other guy's going to stand up and... this one doesn't appear to be prone for some reason, but they should be. So all three of them are going to stand up, and all three are going to reload their rifle and level them towards Orzhov, and that's going to be their turn.
Does that... I suppose that doesn't give me a chance to opportunity attack, right?
Do you have range 2?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Well, no, they're
Currently
not
have
fired,
a
so
melee reach of 2.
they will, when they fire, provoke opportunity attacks.
Sweet.
But because they're just reloading at this point. Now it's your turn. And Norm is here. Azrabay's sliced into him from behind, and he's now dealing with the two of you. So you will have combat advantage, and he is prone as well, so you have combat advantage anyway.
Yeah. And what did I say? Get away or something like that?
Azrabay said, run, flee, because everything's gone wrong. Dimitri's fallen down. Tribro is... I mean, his token's there, but that's just sort of the center of the goop that is him.
the Trabro soup.
I would not flee why Flint is at stake. Oh, Mark. And then I violently boat.
Rifling, sir.
And there's blood everywhere.
There we go. That's Trabro.
Apparently.
Wow.
And you can even hover over it, and it still says Trabro.
Very
I don't know why
cool.
I bothered using that. I should have used a normal attack instead of violent boat. Rip.
Oh, so Norm is bloodied. As you bloody him,
Oh, God, no.
oh, these lovely bloodied actions. Oh, Dave just reconnected.
What did I do?
No, sorry, no, it's not bloodied. Alright, never mind. That is not the trigger.
Oh, what didn't I do?
I like how on the combat tracker, Trabro's just a bloodstain.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's my turn.
that's his new token.
Fantastic.
I'm re-rolling as a red jelly.
Oh, what do I want to do?
Me, baby.
Oh my. Oh my.
Oh, that's a good
Did
one.
I say that out loud?
Okay. I will make another
Sweet
zone.
Canada love.
What's that come on. No. I can't. Ah, fuck it.
There you go, there's the middle.
Thank you. What's that that yellow boy down there?
I actually can't remember. I don't know. I apologize.
Wait. No, okay, it's not mine.
Alright, so I will cast Twilight Falls on these guys.
It's mine. Mine's yellow. Okay. And that's 3 hits. They fall over again. Ooh, nice.
I'm back.
It's their days, they're prone,
Welcome back.
and other things.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, I love how you've turned Tribro into a bloody
It's a smear.
And if they do manage to attack someone, they do it at disadvantage. Is that right?
With
Something?
days? No. So days they can just do one action on their turn.
Oh no, I'm saying like while they're in the zone and they fire out of it, they
nice.
Partial concealment. So
yeah, so basically -2 on their attacks. That's fucking cool.
all right,
That is
that's
cool.
me. Actually, I'll. Oh yeah, and then my little boy. He gets to pew pew this guy with one of these. Boop.
Nice,
Who was that
dude.
towards?
What? It's supposed to be towards Norm. What did I do here?
You hit him. I think you just didn't target him.
Oh, I did, but for some reason I'm the G guy.
Oh, if you left click on a token and then target, it'll do it for that token instead of you.
Oh, there we go.
You just
Okay.
left click on yourself again to clear that. That's a fine. He's hit. Nice.
And I'm gonna slide him. Is it slide or? I don't remember how things work. Slide him one square. I'm gonna slide him to the right of Azerbay.
Azerbay? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so out of the zone. So if he wants to attack Orzhov, he'll have to
Step in and fall over.
and I'm gonna go over and say nice, comforting things to Rylar as he's just real sad, I'm sure.
The Bloodstain's turn. Bloodstain would like to look at his Discord messages. Saxby has run off. Hey, you got what are the odds? Unfortunately, unfortunately,
Nice.
he doesn't.
Oh, this life is a living hell. Kill me.
It's just his mouthpiece, just opening
Yeah.
and forming the words. Not
Turns
attached
into-
to his lungs, so cannot make sound.
Fucking gibbering horror, or whatever those things are called.
Yeah.
Oh, Mouther.
Gibbering Mouther, yeah.
Alright, so Saxby is out the east side. We will no longer see her turn. Rylar, you are up. How
I
long
am?
does your dazed and stuff work for?
Think it's till the end of my turn? Let me
'Cause
check. Hold
you
on.
had that happen once already, did you not?
Not.
Yes.
No. Did I?
Yes.
This was the first time I
Didn't
used the
we?
knock and
Oh yeah, no, because I'm
No.
with you. So this
I didn't have it. Oh, it was the opportunity attack. That's right.
until the
wasn't
end
his
of my
turn.
next turn. Yeah.
So, do you want to do anything with your one action while your opponent maybe stand up this turn?
Huh. Yeah, I'm gonna stand up.
Alright. And that's your action. You can action point to
Yep.
continue if you want, but you are still dazed.
Nah. I'll wait.
Okay. Norm, angry at being moved around the room, he is going to turn his head towards Uranus.
He's prone right now.
He is. Alright, so he stands up. He turns. That's his move action. He turns his head towards you and reaches out an arm, which is going to provoke an opportunity attack from Azerbay. But a hand appears next to you, Uranus, and delivers an electric shock to your machine.
Oh boy.
I will, once during this encounter,
Rip.
I'll use the form of the alternate sentinel. Wait, is it melee attack?
It's a ranged attack that he's doing.
Fuck. Oh no, I meant it's the ability. I was like,
Oh
it's
wait.
my
I
ability
have a thing.
melee attack.
Do I have
Yes.
shield.
Damn it.
Lucky or something.
Don't you have
See.
melee range 2 at the moment, Orzhov?
No, I meant the trigger is the opponent making a melee attack.
Oh, right. Okay,
That's
I'm
what I
with you.
meant.
So you'll
Yeah.
still get your op attack if you've got melee range 2, as will Azerbay, so
Yeah.
you guys will still get to be able to hack him down.
About to
make your
check the
attack.
sheet over.
You roll damage first. Oh, so close. And then Azerbay will also hack at him. Hacking Norm
Classic
down.
kill stealing Azerbay.
Well, if you do it the other way around, he would have killed
He
him
will still
first.
kill steal.
Yeah, he would have killed him first. So, Norm is hacked down by the two of you. What is your range 2 at the moment? Like, what is it that gives you the extra range?
I'm taking the form of the Oak Sentinel, so I'm a tree now.
Okay, so you just
I have
whip him out
branches.
with your branch and hacking at him just as Azerbay hacks at the other side of him, and Norm goes down with a scream of pain. He's definitely dead. Azrabe's turn is over. Leonie's now... actually, no. Azrabe stirs movements at 1, 2, 3, 4.
Does that mean Thingy Bob's alive?
Who?
Uranus?
No, because opportunity attacks are after the attack.
Ah, whoops, sorry. I was thinking of interrupts.
You tried, buddy.
So Azrabe, because it was a reaction on his turn, it's now his turn, so he gets his full actions. So he's going to give chase to get up to where Casverina is. What was this purple zone, and is it friendly?
Yeah. Okay, let me just remember what zone
Wasn't
it
that the see-through?
Decay.
Wasn't that like the floor that was like?
Creatures that start their turn in the zone take 10 necrotic damage. Unintended objects are exposed to a year's worth of decay in a single round.
Okay, so he's going to move on to it, up to Casverina. It's when they start their turn, right? So he can run through it and be fine?
Yep.
Alright.
Yep.
And he will go past Casverina and grab onto her, leaping the zone because he's a leaper. And grab onto her, and she looks confused and shocked. Azrabe, how are you? What are you doing here? And he just says, no, we won't talk now, let us leave. And he throws a look over his shoulder. You guys don't see what he sees, but he probably would see Saxby running and decides not to follow. He instead tries to lead Casverina back across the platform and down, so that's what they're going to be doing. Leonie...
She said he's going to try and delete her across the platform?
Just push her over the edge. Now you die!
Actually, where is the Saxby abomination? Is she still around, or did we...
Yeah, she went that way into where all the officers and stuff were.
Right, okay.
Leonie, on the top of this giant metal construct, is trying to gain control and drive it. You can very easily tell, because as he lifts one of his hands, it's like he's struggling with the force, but the golem lifts its hand as well. And as he looks down to Uranus and Ryla, he says, flee, or this is your final moment. And you see the hand, his hand is poised
I'm
up.
kind of dead, so...
Yeah. Ryla.
Yeah.
Don't worry, buddy.
You gotta run. I can't.
Don't worry, buddy. I got you.
Ryla's just gonna put a bullet in my head. Oh, I got you, buddy.
Don't worry, buddy. I won't let them get
It'll
you.
all be over soon.
As he's standing there poised, Grappa, who's latched onto this giant's face down below Leonie, scrambles up, and he just shouts, "No, he is not yours!" And grabs at Leonie's feet, knocking him not loose, but like unsteadying his feet, because Leonie's not concentrating his powers on keeping himself attached, concentrating his powers on keeping Borne under control, keeping this giant golem Borne. Knocks him off. The arm goes crashing down instead of sweeping across the deck, and Leonie stumbles around. In anger, he looks down at Grappa, who is also in the body of a golem at the moment, and angrily rips off one of his arms, the arm that is attached to Leonie's foot. Grappa screams in pain, which appears to enrage the Colossus. Golem.
Oh shit! He's like a middleman, isn't it?
He is.
And he's up against Magneto.
And it is now Dimitri's turn. Dimitri, you've probably made it just above the kneecap by this point. You can sort of see stuff going on. The big Colossus is shaking now. The arm raises, and then a moment later comes crashing back down, almost enough to sweep you off the side, but just missing. There is some shit happening up there.
So basically, if this thing starts walking, am I going to have a hope in hell of being able to hang on? Is there any way that I'll be able to like attach myself?
The staying
like a little
attached
thing.
isn't going to be the issue. The issue is if this thing starts walking, there is only concrete and rock for it to walk through. So if it's strong enough to break through the things, you probably aren't.
Okay. Are there any ladders on the side of this huge chain?
There are a number of ladders and sort of pulleys and stuff hanging down into the void that you can't reach from on him, but could maybe leap to and grab onto to climb up a bit faster.
I think I'm going to try and just start making my way up the side of one of the chambers, up one of the.
Alrighty, roll me a acrobatics check from leaping from him to the other one. Yeah, easy as DC 16. So you leap across and you just sort of swing your arm around one of the rungs and get it in there and lock it in tight. And it hurts and it sucks, but you are off the Colossus and you're able to freely climb up, which is going to take the end of next turn's movement, and you will be at the platform level.
Oh, isn't that? That's I guess if you're using does double movement work up ladders as well? Does it?
Yeah, vertical and that you're running up a ladder.
Cool.
So it'll be the remainder of this turn, because you've got 2 actions that can be used as move, and then you can use the run to go faster and all that jazz. So these guys here that are dazed, they look confused and they're trying to get their rifles pointing at Orzhov, and all 3 of them are going to shoot. So you do have concealment, so they will all have a -2 on you, I believe.
And I already took my opportunity attack for this round, right? So I can't opportunity.
Sorry, say that again.
I already took my opportunity for the round, so I can't opportunity attack these
You
guys,
can
correct?
opportunity attack every turn. There's only one immediate action
sweet.
per round, but opportunity
Okay.
every turn. So for each 3 of them getting it, you will be fine. So for the first one, I'm just going to do them all from this guy, but you can attack all 3 of them. Oh my god, I suck at targeting you. Wow, 3 misses? Yep. 3 misses. That concealment, man.
Very good. Very
I'm
good.
a
Very good.
giant tree in a ball of light.
So to just be fair, when I died, my zones would have went away, right?
No, because they're not. Concentration isn't a thing in this. So if it's a zone where you have to spend an action each turn to
Spend
keep it
your
up,
minor.
then that will drop as soon as you don't do that. But if it's like it lasts for X number of turns, it lasts for X number of turns.
Oh, okay, that's handy.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
So that like there is a concentration mechanic, but it's like you sort of regen its duration each turn at the cost of a minor or a standard or whatever it is. But
Let me put that one back anyway.
Yep.
Because the fall prone one is till the end of combat. So
Yeah, so that'll stay there. The only thing that'll get rid of it if someone clears a zone, or if it, like I said, it's a concentration effect one. Those 3 guys are all now bloodied. Orzhov!
Okay.
Yeah.
I will call my fairy guardian
Your furry guardian.
behind them. Or point square.
Man appears in a fursuit
Ah.
behind it.
Yeah, exactly.
wow.
So I'll then use my nature's wrath so I can actually mark these 3 guys.
Okay. Now, as you call this fairy guardian behind it, there's a moment where you see the usual form of your guardian. What does that normally look like, by the way?
At the moment, it'll look like birds because I'm in oak form.
Okay, so like a number of birds swarming behind them?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
in amongst that cloud of birds, you catch the shape of a person. It's not a person that you immediately recognize. Roll me, just roll me a insight check. Well, sorry, not insight, perception. Why did I say insight? Perception check.
I'll look into myself to see if I truly know this person.
This person seems familiar. You can't quite place it, but she, and it's definitely a she, just looks so familiar. And then it's gone. Disappeared. and your birds carry on with what you were calling them to do.
Hannah Montana, maybe?
The game
Yeah.
Hannah Montana? Yeah, Hannah
Look at
Montana.
Hannah
boys.
Montana. You got it, bud.
Yep.
I will strike down with a tinfoil
Jesus
soap.
Christ.
I've actually forgotten her actual name. I just the canon, my head canon is her. That person's name is Hannah Montana.
It's Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus, yeah.
I'm ashamed
Or
that I know
Ashley
that.
O, if you want to talk about Black Mirror, I guess.
And it's just what is it? Saving throw. That
So
one is
they're
one.
on automatically, but I'm going to take that
Oh
one.
my
Oh.
god.
So you don't have to
Boom.
do the automatic. We'll just ignore that death save. So you get to now
Nice.
spend a healing surge, and this is
I
at
think-
the end of your turn.
Didn't
so-
I do this already?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I also
previous half
naturally.
of your combat. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm just can't be killed, I guess. Something
It's just your mech suit
destiny.
just like keeps like what are they, like a built-in fucking defib. Just get up.
Ah, shit.
Trabro's foot, which is attached not to his leg but just hanging by a tendon to a lump that is on the platform, slips off and drops 150 feet to the water below. Ryla,
Wow.
Ryla, you are now back to your senses.
So Azerbaijan told us to get the fuck out, basically, right?
Yes.
Uh,
Up on the head of the Colossus, you see Grappa's arm pulled off, oil being spurted out from the wound, as his other arm holds on for dear life, and Leone sits there, Grappa's arm held out in front of him. That's the situation on the Golem, or the Colossus, I should say. I keep getting the words.
fuck. Is there like a roll I can check to see if I should just get the fuck out of here? I don't know if that's like a perception or an insight or something.
I think it's pretty clear at this point that things are foobar.
Yeah, I mean, what would a roll
You're
tell
sitting
you?
next to a 50-foot Trabro.
Smear? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, oh man, I don't want to think what would happen if this thing actually gets out. I mean, I would consider that.
Untold destruction.
Yeah, I'd
Probably on the
consider that
scale
work.
of fire times 2. Maybe times 3.
I mean, honestly, if you think about it
Shouldn't
like
use
that,
everything by fire.
if you think of it, anyway, I shouldn't take so long here. Okay, I'm gonna grab Uranus. Do I have to make a strength check for that?
Well, I'm conscious now, so
Yeah,
I
I
guess
know,
I
you
could.
You're actually technically more fucked up than he is.
That's true, but I have an idea, and I
Okay.
want to know if I can.
If you're
How-
willing to move him, you will need to make a strength check because he's in his.
Oh, that's right. He's in the fucking suit.
Yeah.
All right, bye, Uranus. Later.
Yeah.
Let's see. Saxby or the thingy went that way, right?
Yes.
And he's telling us to leave, and these guys are behind us.
It should be noted, just to remind you of Azrabay's priorities. He is not here to
His wife,
stop
right?
the obscurity. He is not here to stop anything happening. He is here to save Casfarina. So if he's telling you to leave and he's got Casfarina, it's probably because his job is
He's-
done.
Yeah. Okay.
And you guys would be painfully aware of his priorities. He's made them clear a number of times.
He's been non-stop talking about her.
Are there this is a platform right here, right? Like across from me.
Yep, where the 8 is, yes.
Yeah.
And it's at the same level, or maybe like 2 feet higher or something.
All right. Well, just because I want to use it, I'm going to use mobility shot, which I can shoot like a grappling hook,
Okay.
and swing across to here,
Perfect.
and
You
I'm
can
gonna
see
try
a
and-
little ways below, like a little trap door that's sort of half open. You can see climbing up the ladder below. You see Dimitri making his way up.
okay. Just to kind of, oh, this is a bad idea, but just to kind of take his attention off of Grappa,
Yeah.
because I'm gonna try and just take a pot shot at Leone.
Okay, do it.
All right. I'm gonna use a beam shot for this.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try and shrink ray him.
Before you roll damage,
Oh, that's right. He's got the shield, doesn't he?
yes.
Never mind. I'm gonna use wave beam instead.
Okay.
Uh,
Roll. Go ahead and roll damage now.
okay. It's 3. I don't have it set up. It's 3 weapon damage though. So, where's? I guess I just roll this 3 times. No, I forgot to set up the beam
I'll
weapon.
quickly do it.
All right. Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. Just 3 weapon damage, no dex or anything.
3 weapon damage plus. Oh yeah, plus primary ability score modifier, force
Which is
damage.
Dex for you, right?
Yeah. It says it ignores cover.
It's
Would
not
the
cover. It's a shield. Like it
Alright, that's
soaks damage. Alright. And you beam shot bullets?
Here, yeah. No, so essentially what I do is I kind of like fucking cowboy twirl my blaster and fire out a force of essentially invisible wave of force at him.
Oh, nice.
And
so huge chunks of the steel that are whipping around him as a shield are blown away and sent crashing down to the ground below. It certainly gets his attention. It doesn't harm him, but it does get his attention as he looks back to you and he just sneers, "I gave you your chance." Do you want to do anything else?
yeah, as a minor action, I will flip him off and use Darkfire. And it will never, ever, ever hit. Okay.
Have said in the entire campaign, has that ever worked?
Once.
It has not. Has it?
Once in the tunnel somewhere, it hit someone.
Oh,
Spin
that's
your headphones,
right.
bro. This is gonna be the second time, bro. Believe in your stuff. Believe.
Ezrabe pushes and sort of like Kezverina's kind of pushing against him as she turns to the Colossus and she's shouting, "Don't hurt! No, you can't hurt him!" And Ezrabe's pushing him. Come on, let's go. He's going to use both of his move actions to get her to here. And as the Colossus sees her leaving, and all of this anger that seems to be triggered by Grappa being hurt, he utters another word, and he just says, 2 words actually, "Bad man." And he lifts his hand up, and he keeps lifting it to the top of his head, and his fist just closes around Leone. And Leone looks confused and, "Wait, no!" His arm's pinned to his side in the grip of this Colossus as he pulls it down in front of his face. And Leone's, "No, you stop! I control you!" And he just begins to squeeze, and you can hear what sounds like the popping of metal rivets, Ryla, but you realize that the popping is the bones in Leone's body cracks, and blood begins to drip from the bottom of the hand, and he squeezes, and Leone lets out a scream of pain before it's cut off as his oxygen is squeezed out of his body, and the Colossus just opens his mouth, puts his hand up to his mouth, and bites the top half off Leone
Metal.
and swallows.
Well, spitters are quitters.
He then pulls his hand out and opens it, and you see 2 legs drop down to the ground below.
Alright. Fucking bye, Leone. R.I.P.
Grappa, unfortunately, with all of this movement and going on, his grip begins to loosen and he falls. The Colossus does not see him fall and does not realize he has fallen just yet, but Grappa falls below, and then suddenly his fall is arrested, and Riley, you see he just seems to be hanging there by his one arm, just 2 foot off the face of the Colossus, and you see the thing, or the person holding him, you can't quite focus on it. It's an ethereal thing. You can see through it, but unmistakably it is the shape of a woman hanging off the face of the Colossus. Roll me perception.
Everyone?
Just you currently, you're the only one that can see this. Maybe Uranus too, actually. He'll see the front. So Uranus, you can roll as well.
Sure.
Alright. And, actually, Uranus, you might, sorry. You can see what it is, but you don't know this person's face. It is definitely a woman. Sorry, I just realised you haven't met this person. Riley,
That's fine.
You recognise the face of Zambria.
Oh, what?
Your spirit has been released.
Oh shit! That's right.
Zambria. Oh, sorry. Zambro. Please roll me a strength check. Athletics.
Zambro? Fucking what?
Oh my god!
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh.
Alright. So you are able, all of your effort, it's a mental effort, but
Fucking
it
Zambro.
physically puts itself into holding Grappa from falling to his death. And you swing, and with the last of your energy of this taking form, you toss him onto the platform before you dissipate again, needing to regather your strength before you can act in the physical realm once more. Grappa looks confused, but not surprised.
Oh
He's
my
confused.
gosh,
Do we have
you're
a-
playing as a poltergeist, Jeff.
We have a ghost friend now.
Currently, yes.
A single tear rolls down my eye.
Grappa does as he lands on his back on the platform next to Ryla. He says, You two, you have better control. And then he falls unconscious for a brief moment. That is the Oni's turn. Zambro, it's quite hard to stay corporeal. It takes all of your energy. What are you going to try and do next in this area? Grappa is safe.
Grabber is safe. I'm gonna scoop up Ryler and get him out of here.
Okay, so you don't move in the traditional sense of moving currently. You will yourself next to Ryla. Sorry, you said Ryla, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You will yourself next to Ryla, and you once again try to coalesce, take physical form. And Ryla, you see now the ghost you saw for a second is now standing over you. Zambro, are you going to try and toss him over the edge, or just lift him and push him, like carry him? That one will be much more difficult because it'll be a long period of time that you need to stay corporeal. If you just want to merely chuck him over to where Uranus is, it'll be a bit easier, but the risk is greater.
I'll pick him up and carry him.
Okay, so roll me a endurance check, please.
Ryler just has a look of utter confusion on his face.
Easy.
What?
So you can walk him, and together you sort of like leap down. It's a little bit of a drop, so you can leap forwards and down. And Ryla, with the help of... Oh, sorry, that's Grappa next to you. Why did I do that? With the help of this spirit of Zambria, you managed to get onto the platform over here. Grappa's
So he
left
kind of...
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say he kind of weakened the Bernie's me. Just kind of like, you know, maneuvering my body.
Yeah. Grappa's left behind on the platform. As you're moving away, Zambro, Grappa gains consciousness again and says, "This body, it serve you better." And Zambro and Uranus, you both see. So Zambro, you see it because this is the state you are in. Uranus, you see it because you recognize magics like this with merely a glance. You see a spirit released from the golem laying on the ground. You see a magically bound, soul-protected spirit released from it. It sort of dissipates up into the air, and you know Zambro, that's pretty much how you feel as your smear of a body for part of you, the Tribro part of you that's now somewhat buried deeper, is smeared on the ground. There's a feeling of intense pain, but that's what you experienced when you came out of it. You see the same thing happening to Grappa as it leaves that warforged body. What he meant by this body might suit you better, who knows? Uranus, roll me a Arcana check, please.
Bladow.
Wow.
Bang, bang.
So you recognize the spirit that left him is as I said, a protected spirit. So it's a ritual that's been cast on the spirit of Alexander Grappa that should his body die or should he decide to vacate it, his spirit can find a new housing for a properly prepared body at another point in time. You are familiar with the ritual, and you probably know people in Flint that would be able to assist you in learning and performing it if you wished.
Oh, sweet.
You also know that the golem that he vacated, if he was originally in it with that ritual in mind, another body could inhabit it now, or another spirit could inhabit that body.
Okay.
I think we found the king's new defensive suit.
Yeah.
And that is Zambro 2. Dimitri, you use your movement and finish where you are on the platform. You're at the level of the platform.
Am I basically where I look to be on the map?
Yes. You sort of come up.
Can I action point to do a healing healer's mercy?
Sure, absolutely.
So that'll be everyone involved. I guess also. Don't need to worry about Exambro. I guess.
No.
Also,
right. I'll point out that Zambro is not visible currently. Only visible when
so
some stuff.
Shit, I guess it'll be just Uranus and Rylar then.
And yourself.
Nope.
You're not bloodied?
I weakened myself.
Oh.
So I'm basically going to just get to the top, let out a burst of healing energy, and then just almost collapse.
Right. Oh yeah, because it's each ally, not everyone in the burst. Right.
And I think he's going to say something like, Did we do it?
Oh, Ryla does not gain any healing from your heal because Ryla has no healing surges left.
Oh,
That's true.
No!
The magic does not find fuel.
Sorry, buddy.
Do you have a ritual to resort out healing surges? Or does that take?
It takes 5 minutes to do, so that's something you can do on a short rest.
Fuck it.
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry, intern.
Alright. Also, I got a move from Yoni. These Slayers, seeing everything gone to shit, turn and run. You can get opportunity attacks. Also, because you've got range too.
Nice.
Fucking no mercy.
They just drop their rifles, turn, and he's dead. He's also dead. He's probably also dead. Roll damage. Yep.
You really buttered his biscuit.
Yep. Alright, they're dead. So he just whomping Willow styles, just picking them up and slamming them into the wall as they turn, and just not enough. Not good enough. They are dealt with. Now we will go out of combat in terms of there's no enemies. However, we will stay in combat turns just for the pacing currently. I will be going from player to the Colossus. So, Orzhov, you can finish your turn, and then everyone except for you and Dimitri can do whatever they want in whatever order they want. But once they are done, the Colossus will act.
Oh, wait, what is my actual speed? Been so long.
6.
See, I'll take your word for it because apparently I'm fucking blind. I see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I'll use my. I'll do a run. 7, 8,
Okay.
and then can I grab Ryla?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then can I
yeah,
use
I'll just...
my standard to move to start to
Dragon
grab the
Ball.
blood? I moved the blood. I moved Tribro.
You slipped.
Yeah.
There we go.
And then use that to run out.
Okay, maybe you can use some of the blood to help slide him. You grab him and you're helping him out. Ryla, with his assistance, you're able to limp towards the door with them. If you would like to spend your movement to go with them anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Alright, so anyone else got anything else they want to do?
Yeah. So is Dimitri like fucked where he is, or?
Nah, I'm all right. I'm just weakened is all.
Are you on the chest, or are you on something else?
I'm on the platform again.
Okay, I will use. So if I slide the Grappa's dead body, like, will that automatically fall? Like, if it goes off the edge, like if I slide it towards me?
No, you can with enough force you can pull it towards, and there's a bit of a drop, so it should make it across fine.
Because I have it's simple animation. I can slide something 5 squares.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll allow that.
Okay, yeah. So I'll move that here where the ghost was. And do I need to?
No.
Do I need to do anything to like prepare this for the ghost?
No. So what you understand is this is already prepared to receive.
It's already set
because Grappa was already in it.
All right. Well, then I'll say just to like the ether, since I can't see this person. It's like you can inhabit this body, whoever you are.
Trusting that because they've helped your group already to this point, probably a good.
Well, I figured I noticed Rylar like recognizing them and like right.
Yeah,
because he kind of
and then being helped by them as well. So probably not a baddie. Yeah.
Okay.
This ghost reminds me of someone.
So Zambro, you do hear this suggestion given to you. Would you like to do anything?
Yeah, let's jump in this body. Go on.
Alright, and the Trabro side showing through as you decide, sure, why not get inside the thing. You leap in and I guess try to as you land on the thing feet first, you're just sort of standing in it feet deep. Nothing happens. For a second you sort of, maybe it's lying down, so you try lying down, and as you line up your body with its body, man, I really want to roll do you go in backwards? But no, you line up with this body, and then suddenly everything is black. You can't hear, you can't move, you can't feel. Then you get a searing pain in your arm. It's fucking excruciating. It feels like your arm has been torn off. And as you open your eyes to try and check your arm, it has been torn off. Because you are now inhabiting this body. This golem, this machine that is missing an arm from its previous battle. You are going to count as bloodied now. On this point, as it's pretty bloody to lose an arm. It's pretty metal. But you now can be yourself. You are a wolf. There's no Grappa's body anymore. There is now only Zambro's body. Alrighty. Subtle changes will take place that not many people will notice, but actually some of the form of this golem does change as well. That's the
Trees big cute bows everywhere.
Going on with the Colossus, he's now not under control of Leone, and his mother is being dragged out of this chamber. His father has disappeared. He does not know where. He begins to strike the ceiling, roaring, punching several times into the stone above it. Everyone in the facility must make a saving throw right now. As debris falls around the room, shit is falling everywhere. Nice.
Woo!
Fuck.
Ooh, Ryla.
Wait, what happened?
Ooh, Zambro.
Why didn't my save pop up?
I don't know.
Oh,
Or
I rolled a
something.
net
Can-
20. That was weird.
Since I'm grabbing Ryla, can I
There we
like
go.
take the damage for him?
There's no damage. Don't panic. I'm not
Okay.
just going to kill you all for no reason.
The rocks fall and we die, right?
Yeah.
The room shakes
Hey, if
and
it's
those
good
who
enough for
failed
Game of
are
Thrones.
knocked prone. So Zambro, you're actually already prone, so that doesn't matter. You guys are knocked prone, so you drop Ryla Orzov as you're able to keep your feet, but he is thrown off balance and sort of stumbles to the ground. Rocks do begin to fall around, indicating that if you guys don't get out of this area, you might get crushed, as Borne seems to be trying to tear through the walls. He's turned around, so he's no longer facing south, he's facing north, and smashing against the wall. Each strike of his massive fist shakes the room. What are you guys doing?
I mean, a large part of me wants to taste down Saspy, but we should leave.
I mean, yeah, we should leave, but can we just let Borne get out? I mean, that seems pretty catastrophic.
How do
Well,
you
is it-
propose to stop him?
I don't
Isn't
know.
he in like the Nether Realm or some shit though? So I mean, like, how can he actually do any damage to the real world?
I mean, I suppose not, but it's possible he could get out of, out of the fucking Shadow Realm or whatever, where we are right now, the Upside Down.
Bleak Gate.
Yeah.
I think we've done about all we can. Dimitri will run by. I guess I'll do a Cure Serious Runes on Ryla, which uses two hang on.
Cure those wounds.
Oh no. Yeah, so you might have to give yourself 2 healing surges, I think, for it to work, because it heals you as if you had used 2 healing surges.
What's the spell?
Okay.
Cure Serious Wounds.
So that has no cost. So it will do 2 healing surge value, but it does not
Oh.
require healing surge. So it
Okay, so I don't need to. So it should just work.
Correct.
Yep. I'm guessing I will have moved like adjacent to him for this.
And I guess I'll
That
stand
didn't
up and
look
run.
quite- Oh yeah, no,
You
that
do it
did
to
work.
yourself as well. Nice.
Oh fuck, I didn't mean to do that, but
That's alright. So I'll just put you back to 59. Here we go.
Thank you.
Ryla, you are defused with more energy.
Alright. I love being diffused.
Yeah.
Tribro looks pretty diffused at the moment. Never mind.
I got it. I appreciate it.
I mean, yeah. It was good, buddy.
So as the rocks continue to fall, what's everyone else doing?
Clean.
Yeah.
Alright, so everyone is going to do a movement, double move out the door to the tunnels beyond. Alright, so as you get into
Maybe
this,
shout to the spirit, you're free now, relax.
as you get into this bit, Ezra Bay and Kesrina will also be slightly ahead. You can look back to the chaos. Zambro, you can get up and then run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you'll actually be able to get into cover 2. Dimitri can just say that you did have a little bit of run. You can just tap him on the back as you run through. You look back at the chaos as you see the Colossus tear a tunnel free to the surface. You can see a big opening into the bleak gate sky ahead. You see him heave his arms on either side of this great hole that is busted out of the cliff. That's causing even more chunks of rock to fall throughout this chamber. Thankfully, you're out of the way. You can see that most of this place is about to tumble as he tries to heave himself out, and as he pulls himself to the surface, huge swathes of ground crash down in front of you, blocking your vision, but the resulting destruction surely shatters the various wards surrounding the facility, transporting the broken remnants of the complex, the Colossus, and all those inside the Cauldron Hill from the bleak gate back to the material plane. Light from outside now shining through, daylight indicating that you've transitioned now to the real world. The whole area has. Borne, the Colossus, born from the Cauldron, born from Cauldron Hill, stands perched on the edge. You can just see him taking in this new realm that's opened up in front of him. As his footsteps stomp, he begins to make his way down Cauldron Hill towards Flint, stomping his way down the mountainside. Luckily, now we're going to go a bit into the aftermath here. Luckily, as you guys make your way out of the facility, most of the other Obscurati have fled, and those who are still here offer very little resistance to stop you. They're finding their own way out. You make your way out, down in the way you came, this time in the material realm. And as you make your way down, you can see some of the chaos being wrought as the Colossus makes his way through Flint. The natives of the Nettles, Orzhov, you know, fled this area months ago thanks to the warning of the Skyseer Navad. The Colossus occasionally stumbles, having never actually walked before, and eventually he stops at level ground between the base of Cauldron Hill and Stansfield Canal. So I'll share the map again. See where he is standing. Here's his token. Here's his token.
Massive token.
Good lord.
He is
He's a big old boy.
about that big. Between those two, I'm just going to do the bigger one because it's not quite that big, but it's not quite that small. Oh, I think, no, that's actually good size. Yeah, so he stands there. Yeah. As soon as the facility is shifted back to the real world, Azrabe grabs Casfarina as you guys are leaving. And now that you're back in the material plane, you guys recognize him using some magic granted by the Unseen Court to briefly into the dreaming. You swear possibly he gave you a nod of thanks before leaving. And that is the end of part 3.
So we have a giant just fucking looming over the city at the moment?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
We'll take a quick 15-minute break here so we can eat some food and stuff.